1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, all good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cheers. Um,
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We were lucky it was just 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everyone happy?
1, 2, 3, 4, back for more. Is that any good this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're well. We'll take a show of hands for questions, please. I think the mics are here, so we'll go without. Someone start. Ollie?
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't want to betray myself, I would say, and I love when, I'm sorry, we take the ball and we pass it. That's why we press high to regain the ball as quick. And I like to see my team associated together in the short passes and combination, and after the guys who have the ability to run or have one against one is what you have to do. So first half was really, really good, defensively and offensively. Of course, the threat from more and behind always is the dangers. We have experience with that. The second half is the football. Always we talk about, I said in the flash interviews, always we talk about the duels, the duels, and everybody in our mindset is the duels, that I win the ball to you defensively. But what is about the duels when I have the ball and I don't lose the ball? What happened, I have the ball and being pressed and I keep the ball and make an extra pass. We talk a lot these 2-3 days about that, about the duels. What happened in the second half, in the first 5-10 minutes, we are alone, you lose the ball. And when that's happened, the game always is more difficult. And I think all the players in the middle, with Jeremy, with Ryan, Cherkis, it was more difficult for Ryan because the space was more in the left side, not in the right side today for the way they defend. But Bernie, Nico, and all back four, but especially Bernie, Nico, and Phil, they were outstanding and keep in and do it there. And really pleased for the game. Just thank you for the players, staff, to give me that incredible present, to win the most important opponent that we face in that our time here, 10 years, so by far, and have been nice playing against them and see Virgil and Robertson and all the players that most alive have been 1,000 million battles, and hopefully will be more and more doing it against them, because has been so special. And I think Pep Linders, my assistant right now, represent a little bit Jurgen, because I've been there. So I've been a special night with my kids here, so they're really good.
Jordan?
Well, I have been a nightmare, Salah, for many years. I was punishes and his speed, and it's a top. And Nick always said, yeah, you have to be enough aggressive, have to be. Otherwise, and being helped, I think every time Mo had the ball, have a 1 or 2, 3 players close until defenders. And Jeremy's and Bernardo's and Fields were close there to don't lead them 1 against 1. So it was an incredible work, team battles, and defensively was really, really good, especially in the first half. So, but Nico make a step up, because at the end you have to prove against the best wingers how you behave, how you perform, and there is no better example to do. Face Salah and handle it really good. Sorry? Yeah. Go with national team, because Thomas is smart enough to see what is playing. He's not been selected with the just Man City, because he figured out he can help him. He had many good attributes, but this aggressivity, intensity in the duels that didn't have, because it was number 8 to 10 in the academy. Always is number 8 to 10, and play in that position and give us stutter in the set pieces. Is aggressive. It's top. So in that term, I'm so pleased the way he's performing.
Paul?
I think never will be a top scorer, to be honest. But he's demanding himself to be better. He listens, and having a special attribute, he dribbles. So today, Connor, the right back from Liverpool, I'm really impressed. Pep Linders told me 1,000 incredible good things about that guy, so he can do everything. I know the game against Madrid, how good with Vinicius. Vinicius is wow, right? So, and he handled it. So it was aggressive, without the ball, and we tried to help him. Yeah, listen, he played an outstanding game. Outstanding game.
James? You know,
I said many times, not because today we won when we lost in Aston Villa, we lost in the beginning of the season. I have the team have a good vibe. I don't tell me why. And the reason why, look the bench today, and even Kusa was not selected. So last season could not do that. So we lost energy with the players were field. I think the 4 players in a row affect us in a bad way, really, really bad way. We were not like I think this team has shown for many, many years. In one team, I would say, can be understandable a little bit. We tried to push each other, but we were not able to do it. Even with that, we finished third. When normally in that situation, in Premier League, you finish 10th. So at the end, we never give up. In the first 50, 20 games, we were the best team in the Premier League. But since I think New York World Cup in the United States, I felt something differently that what happened last season in general. And last season was not one reason. It was everyone was involved, everyone, and me the first, and that's why. So people compete and try to feel that it's getting better, getting better. And I said last day, so in October, November, you don't win the Premier League. The teams win the Premier League is when every month the team is growing. And you see the feeling the team grows and grows and grows, you arrive at the end fighting for the title. It's not the team who is in September, October in the top. Has to grow. Can be top, has to be better and better. And always we won't have been like that. Always in the process, we talk a lot, we training not much, but how do you play? And there's the feeling that we are in that way. So, and it's been nice. I still had the feeling that we are back in terms of many, many things. I didn't like the second half against Bournemouth. I didn't like the second half against Liverpool. I didn't like at all the last 30, 20 minutes, half an hour against BFAW. Really, really not like in the first half. So, okay, this is the point they have to grow, you know, as a team. But, yeah, it was an important week, this one, with Bournemouth that they came in second in the table, like... you know, BFAW is always dangerous in Champions League, and Liverpool, we're going to say it, and we did a fantastic week for us.
Simon?
I said many times, Bernardo was struggle last season, but was there. Every single game. Exhausted. After 50, 60 minutes, could not run 1 minute. In certain moments, said Pep, I'm drained. My mind is not anymore. It's the feet. I don't know, I was there. I was there. And I said many times to the players and to him, that will not be forgotten. When everything is fine and everything is ready. No. Last season. And Gundo was there. And many players was there. And that's why he's my captain. Because in the bad moments proved that being agree, disagree, we will disagree sometimes. Pep, we should do that, it's fine. It's fine, we talk, but have been incredible sign for us. And in the way we play today is a master. The tempo, the wonder ball, the accelerate, the intuition, what is the spaces to be pressed or not, how manage the situations and many things. He's one of the most cleverest players I ever met in my period as a manager and these years.
Rob and James, please.
Listen, I'm pretty sure when Arsenal at the end was equalized from Sunderland, it can happen because I'm not surprised beyond what Sunderland is doing, in the way he's doing. I think Liverpool, Arne and myself say, oh wow, they draw point finally. They concede 2 goals because in that moment that they run, I said that will not happen. But at the end, we have to do it. And I said to the players, guys, don't do it because yesterday Arsenal didn't win. We have to do it to believe ourselves. We play against the champions in England. The last ones, we play against them, have to show them that we are able to be there with them, you know, all this season. And today, I think we proved it. We did it, especially in the first half.
When you talk about that sort of loss of energy last season from the players, which is probably understandable after all that success, do you put yourself in
Yeah.
that bracket as well? Do you?
Yeah.
You look now like
When I said,
damage your voice. You look like you've got all of that energy and hunger and everything back.
yeah, but when I said the players, I didn't say the players. I said all of us, me the first. I said last season many times. I tried desperately to do it anything, but I was not able to make a click to the team, to react, to do it. You know, and one of my mistakes was now I realize I went the last season to, okay, we are injured, we are tired, or don't train much, less energy. It's completely opposite. We are not good enough first team players. Academy, come up, run. We didn't bring the energy. When we come back with energy, with the players, some players come back, and after we do it. So always we played football with the ball. Obviously, it was clear the way we decide to play when I arrived here. But we're in a team that run incredible. You know, in the pressing and go and jam and backwards, and we have been an example. Otherwise, you don't win in modern football. You know, and why I understand the players, why one or two players don't have to run and 8-9 players have to run. Why these 9 players have to run for 1 or 2 players don't run? No, in that team, everyone has to do the incredible effort. And after with the ball, we see what happened. And last season, for many reasons, we were not able to do it. But it was a good lesson. Sometimes you have to leave that as a club. For the club itself, was good. I said many times to my chairmen and CEOs and the one I said, guys, we survived last season, qualified for the Champions League. Yeah, that is a big, big prize. One of the seasons I will remember the most, like one of the more proud I am last season, for sure, happened. But even for the club, it's good to realize the people, 4 premiers in a row, we won finally Champions League, 18 titles, and but then all the records belong to us. This business is so difficult. And you can talk, it's difficult. We are so good. Everyone think about that, we are so good. No. This game you are here, and here you are down, but down. And you now lift decades to come back. That's why it was good for everyone, and of course the club said, okay, we have to we are the youngest squad right now. I had in my period here, the youngest squad. We bought in the international transfer window in winter players, and not because we need that energy back. I need players that want to make a career here, and we need Cherkis, we need Ryan Norris, we need, Omar Mamouche, we need Nick O'Reilly. We need all this energy to try to emulate what the predecessors have done. It's a normal process. And the club understood that, and everyone in the beginning was, oh, what happened that season? That's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Was it good for you in a way, was it good for you yourself to go there? Because all your experience really before success, do you feel that in a way you've had a lift and an extra sort of resurgence?
No, but absolutely. Last season said, what happened with Man City? It's not winning. In the end of the season, going to win again the Premier League. It's going for being given. And I said, no, guys, it's not about that. What we have done is a winning. We are continue. And 1 year, we got that. But the energy, I had the feeling is back, and we can play in different ways now. I think we are more unpredictable, I would say, in the way we attack, in the way we defend. That is good for us, and not good for, when the opponents don't know maybe what we are going to do. But especially is the good energy that we have during the games. Look, Brentford, we won there 0-1, then beat Newcastle. Brentford beat United, draw against Chelsea. It's so tired. Look, Sunderland, my God. I spoke with Unai Emery after when we lost. I said, they draw 0-0 with 10 men there. I said to the players, guys, this is a huge result, because it's difficult. And as much always Man City, since I'm here, always we take care of that. Take care of that, how difficult is everything, how complicated it is. Go to FA Cup, Carabao Cup, in Championship game, League One, it's difficult. And that's why we won 4 Carabaos in a row, semi-finals 2 or 3 in a row, finals again, and because we give, and last season didn't happen. Last season we didn't have this. From my point of view, for the success we had. We didn't handle it quite well last season because apparently we didn't have another target to fight. 4 points in a row, nobody had done it. Not even 80s, 90s, Liverpool's, United's, never doing it. We did it. And what's next? And after, why was a lot of injuries last season, and this season we don't have? Maybe, sorry, hopefully we don't have. The season, when you are not there, you get injured. When you are focused, and you want to win, and you want to be ready, Johan Cruyff told me, if you are ready, you don't get injured. Don't tell me why. And part of that is why is the same methodology, the same training session, the same physios, same doctors, the same physio trainers. You are 1 year, you are not injured, and next season everyone is injured. Why? It's because you are not there. I was not there. But it's good. It's a good experience to learn.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bruce?
They were in every aspect of football better the first half. I would say like last season. So I saw a lot of similarities between last season and this season, with one main difference in that after we struggled last season in the first 25 minutes a lot, we scored a set piece. And that changed the game. They kept on outplaying us for 90 minutes, but it did help us to get some energy to keep defending well. Last season they didn't create that many chances. I think today they created more, but it wasn't that they had chance after chance after chance. But this time they were much more effective with the chances they had. So first goal, I don't think that's a big chance. I think that's also quality. Third goal, it's not a big chance, but it's quality. Second goal, set piece. Of course, everyone is disappointed. So it was a very good start of the week, winning Villa, winning Real Madrid. But if you thought you already faced two strong opponents, then Man City comes across you. Away, also at the Etihad, that is for every team difficult, including us. And they were by far the much better side in the first half.
Bruce?
I've never said that. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. In my last remark, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I would like to emphasize on the fact that being 2-0 down at halftime was a fair reflection of how the game went. But I've been on the opposite side, that my team was much better than the other team. We were 1-0 up and then maybe not scoring the second one, and then the other team gets the set pieces 1-1, and then all of a sudden things change. So this can happen in football. It's not to say for me that it was a clear and obvious for me that it was a wrong decision that this goal was not allowed. But that doesn't, I will not say that because of that we've lost the game, because after 1-1, if City just kept on playing like they did, then we would have struggled in the second half as well. But I constantly felt if we are managing to keep maybe 1-0 down till halftime, we can maybe adjust a few things, which was definitely necessary because we were constantly coming one or two players short in the midfield because Doku and O'Reilly gave us a lot of problems with the two of them. So yeah, then 1-1 would have been the biggest gift we could get at halftime, and because in my opinion the second half was a different game. But being 2-0 down and later 3-0 down, that maybe doesn't give a good reflection of how things would have went if it would have been 1-1.
Beth?
Yeah, that's true. But it's also easy for players to win their duels if the game plan, if the tactics are working. And I think that's what it did against Villa, as what it did against Madrid. But we struggled now a lot with them bringing so much players into the center of the pitch. And it was difficult for some of our players then to make the right decision. So I think it wasn't about my players not wanting to make the duel. They had to run a lot because they were so much better on the ball than us. They were a few times then too late. So I would first and foremost then always look to the game plan and of us and them, and not blame my players at all, because in the second half when we were doing better, I think you could also see that they were able to win much more duels, and then we were more than a few times able to win the ball, which did not result in a goal from us, but yeah, in that period of time, I think in the second half we definitely deserved the goal.
Richard?
yeah, it feels there's too many. And the last thing I should speak about now is the title race. We should first focus on getting results, result after result after result, before we can even think about that. And the reality is that we are 7th now, if I'm correct, 7th or 8th, something like this. One team is quite far ahead, although City is maybe 4 points, I think, yeah, away from Arsenal. The rest is quite close, and I've said last season many times, even after when we were leading in the beginning, and the best way to judge the league table is of course after 38, but the next best thing to judge it is after 19 games, because then you all faced the same opponents. And our first focus should be on getting results in, and the last thing we should focus on is on the title race, which is something we could do last season, but also not the previous 2 seasons before. But we need to improve, and that's obvious.
Thank you.